It is time for our second attempt at bringing a World Series title to the Marlins in this franchise. Welcome to October, everybody. It is only the second time we've made it to the postseason in the franchise. Last year's great run went all the way to the NLCS Game 7, losing to the San Francisco Giants. This year, we have again won the NL East with 97 victories. We bring in the top-rated offense in all of baseball that scored the most runs and among the most homers. 1 through 9, there is no better lineup, even when you consider that Joe Brown is now done for the year and P.J. Morlando finds himself as the starting first baseman, the most inexperienced, the most unproven of our starting core. But the starters this year have been phenomenal. We're mostly healthy getting here. Hank Holder finished strong. Evan Carter was great. Rooker, Norby, even Johnny Greaves' ascension this year. He has broken out. The plus 19 power against lefties is out of control. Johnny Greaves hit 26 homers this season. Out of nowhere. He's finally figured it out. And then consider off the bench, we have the ultimate playoff X factor in Doug Butcher. Who knows what role he's going to have to play for us in the postseason, but if he has to hit, I'm confident. If he has to run, he has good speed and base stealing ability. Drew Jones remains the defensive replacement in the outfield. Marcelo Meyer can play almost every position, and Agustin Ramirez can back up both catcher and first base. The offense is in amazing shape. In comparison, we have a new ace that's going to launch this year's postseason run as I traded for Freddie Peralta, and we'll see if he's the answer to our problems. I wanted an ace we could take into October with a chance to go deep into games. Yuri Perez simply wasn't getting the job done, but Freddie Peralta did not have his best season and isn't coming into the postseason with the best momentum. And the same is true for both Noble Meyer and Ryan Pepio. There are some major questions in this starting rotation. I think that Kyle Harrison's our best starter right now. He's going to start game 2. And then I feel really good about our late inning bullpen options with Cole Sands, Edwin Uceda, Kenny Norris, and George Soriano as 4 very strong performers who all did a great job throughout this season. I think there are some low leverage guys that are questionable, and what do we get out of this rotation when the innings never mean more? The Cincinnati Reds are our opponents here in the NLDS. They're a very good pitching team. They have one of the best young players in all of baseball, that being outfielder Darrell Ingram, their 3-hitter at 96 overall. They have good power in this lineup, and they complement it with a very good rotation, which they use to get past the wild card in just 2 games. So Hunter Green and Jared Jones we should see later on in this series, but are going to open with Andrew Abbott, the great lefty, 83 overall, and he pitched at a phenomenal level this year. It is a career season, and he is going to get the opening nod against Freddie Peralta. I've had an awesome time building the team in this series, and the next stop for us is to make it to the World Series. So, can we take down the Cincinnati Reds here in a best-of-5 series? We do have the advantage here at home in the first couple games. Freddie Peralta has taken the field, and now it's really a clean slate for everybody. If you struggled during the regular season, you can turn things around now. And here we go against Jake McCarthy. He leads off at a really good all-around year. Darrell Ingram, of course, hitting 3rd. There we go. Good changeup to get ahead of McCarthy. We need that fastball changeup combination to be on point. Nice 12-6 too. Missing low with the slider, and this opening battle will go to a 3-2 count. Peralta got him on the changeup. The 2-hitter is Bryce Terang. Good speed at second base. And getting ahead of Peralta, we have former Brewers teammates here going head-to-head in the series. And here is a 3-2 fastball lifted to Josh Lowe in right. Under it with the catch. And this has been a storyline really 5+ seasons now in the making. We've talked about how Darrell Ingram and Hank Holder have now shaped their respective teams. We had the chance to take Darrell Ingram, and of course, Hank Holder was the selection. Ingram has been the best player on this team, especially with the departure of Elly De La Cruz. That pitch didn't go quite where I wanted it, but 0-2. Ingram, by the way, top-tier power against righties, a bit lower against lefties, but as well-rounded as they'll come here at 21 years old. Already 132 career homers, including 42 in this most recent season. Base hit center field. Really was not trying to do a lot with that curve. I wanted it out of the zone, but it gets smoked for the first hit of the series. And back-to-back giving up now. That's 112 off the bat. I mean, to give up 108 and 112 in a row and to only have first and second's pretty lucky. Very good chance here. Ryan Ward right to Peralta, and he will retire the side. All right, a tough lefty now, and Andrew Abbott welcomes us to October baseball. Here's Xavier Edwards. Hit 294 on the year. Right through a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. Close the roof. I think the visibility gets a lot better, even with this camera where the windows in the back are not too much of a concern. Just the lighting, I think, is more advantageous here for hitting the ball. Not giving us a look at any off-speed. First 6 pitches, all fastballs. There's a sweeper missing. And the leadoff man has drawn a walk. So in this latest chapter of Hank Holder versus Darrell Ingram, who can help their team more here in the NLDS? Fly ball left field, lazy fly out. We hit 270 as a team this year, number 1 in batting average, number 1 on base, number 1 runs scored. And here's Evan Carter, who blasted 40 home runs this year with 135 RBIs. Good fastball up and in. He's really trying to lean on that fastball. He's pitching inside to Carter and then works away on the sweeper. And then the league leader in RBIs, Brent Rooker. Oh boy, sweeper just missed. And he got him on a well-located fastball. Bouncer over to Johnny Grieve. His first play is made. There's a punch out for Freddie Peralta. He gets Cam Collier swinging. Did he go? Michael Tolia takes ball 3. Really good change-up inside. Tough pitch to throw. He misses a foot high on the next 3-2. Fly ball center field. Carter tracking this one down as Peralta puts up 2 zeros. And the depth of this order is fantastic. Connor Norby here in the 5 spot. Johnny Grieve behind him. There's 50-plus combined home runs. And he connects, but sends a curveball to short. Johnny was one of the top players last October, and it really came out of nowhere. He showed some newfound power. Was one of the best batting average performers. Played great defense, and all of that carried into year 6 of the series. The first draft pick of the franchise has never looked more impressive than here this season. Rolls this one over to third. He's out. And then you talk about what's new about this team compared to our last run. Ooh. Logan O'Hoppe was traded for to give us a little more reliability at the catcher position. And that's going to be the third ground ball of the inning and a 1-2-3 for Abbott. There's a swing and miss from Bryce Terang. Second trip through the order now for Peralta. 2-2 heater. Popped him up. O'Hoppe toward the on-deck circle right in front of Ingram. Can't throw that one much better. Strike one. And really want to shy away from a fastball here in the zone, given we have 2 outs. Don't really have to pitch him too aggressively. The more at-bats he has with nobody aboard, the better. The count 3-2. Peralta just off the corner. Could be a lot of walks to Ingram here in this series. Keeping the ball down here against Santander. Pitch count's at 56. Would like a little bit faster pace, but so far so good. Another 3-2 pitch, and he got him out in front on the changeup. And here's P.J. Morlando. He was on the playoff roster last season. Walked off an extra inning affair in our first ever playoff game of this series. Good little icebreaker there. And he's replacing an injured Joe Brown. And I've been pretty comfortable hitting with him throughout the series. That's a twisting fly that's run down and left. And I think he'll do just fine. Josh Lowe against lefties. Now, he's hitting ninth because his ratings are not good. He has never really performed well against lefties. But at this point, we're not really going to be sitting one of our best overall players, especially if he might only see the starter for an at-bat or two. So far, a walk is the only way we've produced a base runner. And now we have 2 of them. That's going to be falling, and Lowe is going to get aggressive, making the break for third as he slides in head first. Base hit Xavier Edwards, and now we have our first runner in scoring position, and it's Hank Holder. And he sends it out to left. That's going to be caught, and sprinting home we have Lowe, and he's in there. 1-0. Hank Holder with the first RBI of the series. The only way that could have been more perfect is if he had hit it to Darrell Ingram in the opposite corner. Popped up by Carter, and that should be the inning, but we get the most out of that walk drawn by Josh Lowe. And the game is now tied. Ryan Ward unloads a solo homer to center field. With the pitch count after the first 3, I kind of wanted us to go after the hitters a little more aggressively in this inning, and that doesn't get us very far against Ward. Hasn't pitched a bad game to this point, though. I think we've gotten about what we hoped we'd get from Peralta. A pitch away from going 4. That's a brutal miss. And that time, a called strike 3. Abbott's been tough, man, this entire time. Well-located fastballs, and he's drawn a lot of ground ball contact. That's going to head out to right field. Norby gives it a ride, and that ball flies out. Solo shot for Miami. 346 feet, just 97 off the bat, but he hit it square, and it just kept drifting further and further out to right field. 2-1 Marlins. Johnny Grieve gets a sweeper centered and flies out to center field. Oh, what just happened? Freddie Peralta is going to have to be removed 1 pitch into the 5th inning. We had an injury scare, In the last episode, he was all right. He has both hands on his back trying to work through some stiffness. The trainer believes the injury is such that a few days rest will make Peralta good as new, but he's going to have to be removed. Wow. I was just about to set up talking about him trying to go 5. So, I mean, he was above 70 pitches. This isn't seriously abbreviated. But certainly we're going to have to go to some of our better bullpen arms now. And Kenny Norris is going to be first up with lefties coming up soon. Kenny Norris has been one of our better relievers now the last season plus. It's his second postseason. Kenny Norris also a part of that very first draft class, by the way. Drafted a couple relievers that year, and Norris has developed well enough to help the big league club. Sharply hit to Edwards, who last year in October, I thought played excellent defense. And hopefully we get more of the same. So here's the left-on-left at-bats then. Norris ahead of Jake McCarthy 0-2, and he jammed him. It lands fair. McCarthy has great speed. He wants second base, and he'll get it. 63 off the bat, and he's standing now on second base. Here it is again, little inside out, and just somehow it stays fair. Keeping an eye on him over there. That was a pretty good pick. I thought we might have had him there. That's going to keep him on second base. Got the out. And here we go again with Darryl Ingram. A single and a walk. But now a runner in scoring position. So in Ingram's case then, his clutch is 74. It's going to drop his hit per 9 slightly. Runner's going here, and McCarthy takes third base. I hit square, but I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't work if I don't hit it the right time. 2 strikes on Ingram, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Little more elevated than I would have liked, but Norris gets Ingram. We still lead. Abbott is going to make it through 5, allowing 2. We'll see if he comes out for another inning. So with us losing Peralta, you want to get as much out of these relievers as possible. But I think here we make a move and, probably have Norris available for game 2 then. And we'll go to Jose Hernandez. Usually pitches a little bit later. But I kind of wanted to go to another lefty here, being that we're going to see Ryan Ward in this inning. That's a strike 3 on the fastball. Strike 2 on Ward. This is the batter who kind of made my pitching decision in this inning. And he puts it in right center, low. He dives and makes the catch. Wow, Josh Lowe. How about that play? I did not think he was going to get to it. It was going to take a dive, and you just got to let it fly sometimes. I've talked about before how I feel like there's a lack of diving attempts in this game. It's just something that's a little bit off. But that was a pretty cool play. Good inning for Hernandez. 1, 2, 3. And indeed, we will get into this Reds bullpen now, beginning with Julio Tovar. 3-1. Trying to get that leadoff man aboard, Hank Holder. And that might not reach the seats. That's a break for the Reds. Evan Carter has it knocked down, and with his elite speed, that's an infield hit. Here's their catcher, Luis Campusano. Not the best defensive catcher. Only 50 blocks, 72 arm strength, 47 arm accuracy. He's somebody that we're probably going to look to run on here in this series. And here's the first time we go. Ground ball, base hit. Carter on to third. He might go. And Rooker's going to hold at first. 3-1 Miami. Rooker is just magnetically attracted to RBIs. They just happen. You can't get to 140 without things bouncing your way a few times. I'd consider running for Rooker, but right now he's guaranteed to have another plate appearance in this game, so you never know if you need it. I'm not going to run Doug Butcher or Drew Jones right now. Oh, yikes. Gets away, but Rooker in the process will move to second base. That one almost hit Johnny. Waiting for his first big moment of October. And that ball's going to be tracked down, and the inning comes to an end. I do want to point out that our bullpen was a lot more lefty-heavy last year. We had Milt Merrifield in the pen. I think we had 4 lefties, and this year we only have 2. And I've already used them. And that's something to think about when we face Ingram because of his elite power against righties. And now he's guaranteed to only face righties the rest of the way. Be careful. This is Brian Ariano making his postseason debut. Facing the bottom of the order here in the 7th inning. And he picks up a strikeout. Left up. Carter back in center. This is hit well. And he makes the catch. Reaching up against the scoreboard. A bouncer. Holder cannot stop it from reaching left field. Top of the order again, Jake McCarthy's third at-bat. Good fastball at the knees from Ariano. Oh, Johnny knocks it down. Recovering and did not get him. That looked like he was out though. Very hard to even come close when you don't make the play clean. We'll have a good view from this angle, and sure enough, he's safe. Rice Terang. Is this a spot for Ariano? We have some options who have better pitching clutch, and this is where I think I was going to see George Soriano hopefully open the 8th, but he'll come in right now and try to shut this down before they make things interesting over here. 2 aboard, a great change. Second time I believe they've had 2 runners on. Pitching away very well. Soriano, he did not get him there. Got a lot of movement here on the slider. What a take. Flied for Norby. Doesn't have to move much. He ends the inning. Here comes a lefty out for the Reds, Brandon Williamson. I can't believe you got away with that pitch. And then a strike 3, and it gets away. Oh, Hoppy. He's safe. Reaching via strikeout. And we are going to pinch hit for P.J. Morlando and put in Augustine Ramirez. This year was a big step back. Has not been in great form these last 2 years. And there have been seasons in this series where he's really struggled against lefties. I think a couple of years ago, the numbers did not reflect the ratings upside whatsoever. The ratings are good, though. He's supposed to hit lefties well, but it's something that isn't sticky year to year, especially for the developing players. 3-0. Can't justify using the bat here. So the 3-0 is called ball 4. And I've telegraphed a move here, and I think with 2 aboard and the upside we have, we need to make the move. It's going to be the postseason debut for Doug Butcher. He hit the ground running this year, more than ready, hitting .370 with 2 homers. Can't find a starting spot for him, but man, hard to find a more impactful player coming off the bench. And here he is with 2 aboard, nobody out. We're trying to win game 1. Can Doug Butcher get us closer? Admittingly, this would have been an awesome spot to bunt. And instead, it is a 3-pitch strikeout of Butcher. Edwards hits a fly. That's hit deep to left and caught against the fence. I thought that had a chance to leave the park, and now we're going to have Hank Holder with 2 on. Holder to second base, and on 1 pitch, he's gone. Williamson gets out of the jam. And now we get Soriano versus Ingram.
Nope, ball 1.
Good pitch to start him off.
Counts 1-0.
At least we have that 2-run cushion. Good pitch. And if we play this right, this can be his final appearance of the day. Top of the 8th inning. He struck him out looking. A circle change. And he's done his job there. Soriano has gotten us 2 big outs and just got away with 1, but it eats up Edwards. That's going to be Anthony Santander reaching. We're going to make a move. And we're going to put Drew Jones in right field. And given we just had the top of our order, it might have been smart to make this move earlier. We're going to put in Marcelo Meyer, and the entire bench is now involved. Marcelo Meyer to second base. And no, that wasn't an error, apparently. But still, it was a play that wasn't made. Ryan Ward with 1 gone. Soriano just pumping strikes. The 0-2. Holder leaps and makes the play. Another great defensive play for the Miami Marlins. And here is Campusano. He takes a cold strike 3. Soriano with 4 outs. We will lead in the 9th inning by at least 2. Oh, wow. Very quiet opener here for Evan Carter. He's gone. Connor Norby now with 2 gone. Jam shot right field. It is caught. We'll head to the 9th, and Cole Sands will look to get us a Game 1 victory. It's a save situation. He saved 39 games this year in 43 tries. He's one of the most reliable closers now the last few years in the franchise. 7-8-9 up here for the Cincinnati Reds. Cam Collier, strikeout victim a couple times already in this game. Hutter 2-2. Full count now to the leadoff man. Sands strikes him out. Michael Toglia. Reds desperate for a base runner, and they'll do one better. Michael Toglia hammered. This is a 1-run game. And the Reds are still in this one. That was a sinker that did not sink much at all. Edwin Arroyo. 2 strikes. And struck him out on the cutter. So it's going to come down to Jake McCarthy then to extend this game. He's 2 for 4, has a double. And that pitch elevated. It is fouled off. And got him waving. It's an 0-2 count. Cole Sands. There's a waste pitch. 1-2. He got him. Strike 3. Oh, Hoppy to Ramirez, and the game is over. The Marlins take game 1 of the NLDS 3-2. Coming into the postseason, I felt like we are equipped to really win any game we can score 5+. It's those more low-scoring games I wasn't sure about, just because can the starting pitching go deep enough? The bullpen's really good, but we're a high-scoring offense, and we get the job done today. We had 4+ good innings from Freddie Peralta. It did take us using the best bullpen arms here in Game 1, but I still think guys like Norris could be available for Game 2. And we win a game only with 4 hits, so very happy with that. I didn't get any notification about Freddie Peralta, but it was expected to just be a couple days, so I imagine he's good for the next time that we need him. But now, up 1-0, we have a chance to throw out our top starter this season, and hopefully he can go deep, given that we just had to use our best bullpen arms. And now, time for Game 2. Can we take care of our home field advantage and put the Reds on the brink of elimination? Here's our best starter this year, Kyle Harrison, who went 14-6 with a 3.51 ERA. And this is still a very left-handed heavy team. The top 2 guys are still McCarthy and Terang. Ryan Ward bats high. So they're going to have to show they can hit left on left. And we'll see, the success of Harrison could even determine who ends up being the bullpen arms used in this game. 2-2, fastball, too much to handle, strike 3. Waving at the slider is Bryce Terang. Strike 3, top of the zone from Harrison. And so far we have made Darrell Ingram come to the plate with nobody aboard on a regular basis. He can only do so much damage with the bases empty. Harrison, a 2-2 slurve, first time breaking that out, and a full count. A lot of deep counts against Darrell Ingram. Here's the 3-2. Fastball right to Hank Holder. Here is Jake Irvin. Very good numbers on the season. He pitched 166 innings, 18.7% strikeout percentage. He's a righty who's going to throw a 5-pitch mix. Here's Edwards with a fly ball center field. And Irvin will take care of him. That did not sound good. 67 off the bat, and Holder is retired by Ingram after the opposite happened in the top of the first. Pretty good slurve there from Irvin. And both pitchers put together 1-2-3 opening frames. That's drilled to deep left, but Norby is there to retire Santander. 5 up, 5 down, but here's Michael Tolia starting off with a 3-0 count. Count runs full, and Harrison gets him. He was ready for a fastball. That's a little bouncer over to third. Norby is gone. And we'll see if Josh Lowe can have more of an offensive impact now. Significantly better against righties, and that's why he hits 6th now. So that's a bouncer on to short, and 6 up, 6 down. Got him reaching on that one. Collier, the 2028, which would have been year 4 of this series. He was Rookie of the Year. Didn't have a great first game here in the NLDS. And he'll ground this to Johnny Grieve as we trade groundouts. 2 strikes on Edwin Arroyo, the 8-hitter. He takes low. Harrison delivering a 3-2 fastball, strike 3. Really good placement there on the slurve. First trip has been phenomenal for Harrison, who delivers outside. A good battle, and Harrison wins it on the knee-high slider. It's 5 strikeouts through 3. What an opening to this game. And so far, Jake Irvin matching him. That's strike 3, but it gets away. The first base runner of the day reaches on a strikeout. Somehow very fitting. I think that the catcher position is a big advantage for us in this series. Campusano doesn't have the best arm, not the best at blocking, whereas Ohapi is pretty sound defensively. And I want to run on him quite a bit. Johnny Grieve is an option, but here 3-0. Might be able to work to second base for free as he draws the walk. P.J. Morlando, 2 on, nobody out. Back up the middle behind Johnny. Lined out. Irvin trying to work out of the mess. Now ahead of Xavier Edwards. Hits him. Looked like that was right in the belt. An overzealous slurve has loaded the bases as Hank Holder looks to put us in front. Swung on and missed. A low fastball. Quiet start offensively, but Hank does have an RBI. 3-1 slurve, or a 2-1 slurve there, and strike 2. There's a drive to center. That's going to be at least 1. It's deep. It's out of here. No, he kept it in the park. He kept it in. It's going to be the loudest single of the series. Wow. A home run effectively is robbed. So everybody has to freeze. I'm thinking it's a deep fly out, but then it just keeps going. So McCarthy, he's back, and he plants his right foot, jumps up, and keeps it in the field of play. So at this point then, we got to get going. And he's able to quickly get this toward the cutoff man, and there really is no great chance at advancing any further. Hank has to go back to first base. Trading 4 runs there for 1, though, could turn into one of the biggest things all day for the Reds, depending on how this inning ends. Because now you still have to deal with Evan Carter. He's thrown a lot of those slurves. His day is going to come down to if he misses 1 too many. Good pitch. 2-2 grounder. They'll get 1, and Carter beats it out. Fielder's choice. That was such a smooth transition. The glove flip to second base, the quick turn. Still can't turn 2. So at least 2 runs out of this inning, and now Brent Rooker, who just seems to always come through and drive runs in. Oh boy, swung on and missed. Carter will leave early from first base. And Rooker with the drive, headed to right center. The park contains it, and Ingram runs it down. All things considered, 2-0 is not that bad for Cincinnati. Do you think I could have gotten 2 on that Hank Holder single, though? I'm not sure if I mean, maybe I could have sent and had a close play at home. But that was such a strange moment. Harrison gets the pop-up of McCarthy, and it's been 10 up, 10 down. A grounder, and through. The Reds have a base runner, and they do it for Darrell Ingram. 59 pitches already for Harrison. These at-bats aren't going quick as Terang takes off and easily takes second base. In scoring position for Ingram now. 0-2. Backdoor slider. He goes down looking. And a chopper to Johnny Grieve. He will retire the side. Josh Lowe gets a slurve up, and he does some damage. 110 off the bats. All the way to the left center scoreboard. It's a one-out double. Johnny just foul. He's looking for his first postseason hit this season. Irvin, 3-2, and jammed him. Right field, Ingram's right there. And he gets out of the inning, leaving Lowe at second. Kyle Harrison on to the fifth inning. He's been excellent. Pitch count's all right, 65. See if we can get 5 or 6 out of him. Ryan Ward up the middle. It's a base hit. Tolia, weak grounder. Holder to Edwards, and a double play. But Cam Collier is not done here in the fifth inning. He sends a left-on-left single through the middle. Arroyo for Lowe, and we are through 4.5. A really good 5 innings for Kyle Harrison. The Reds are going to go to their bullpen now. Let's take a look. So they've used one of their better setup guys in Will Vest. He was tough in that first game, and Julio Tovar. Looks like they still got Tanner Scott as their closer. So got to be ready for a late game lefty when that comes up. And they have Josh Hader. So they certainly have ways of coming at some of our lefty hitters, like P.J. Morlando in this case. We'll let him stay in.
That's a ball.
And Williamson takes him out. Strike 3. And Holder again hit to Darrell Ingram, and it's a quick 5th inning. Lineup turns over. It's the 3rd trip now for Cincinnati, and Harrison is sitting on 74 pitches. McCarthy to Morlando. Out. A good slurve. He's ahead of Terang. A chance to finish 6, only seeing Ingram twice. Good take. In the air, center field for Carter. Ranging back. 6 scoreless. Kyle Harrison has done his job. Good cutter as Williamson takes care of Carter. A 3-2 count here on Brent Rooker. Williamson continues to strike out our top hitters. And Harrison is staying in for one more battle, and Johnny Grieve knocks it down. Recovers to get him. He's taken care of the best hitters in this lineup 3 times. A scorcher there, too. Great play by Johnny laying out. And now we're going to pull him out of the game. What an outing for Kyle Harrison. 6 1/3 shutout. Just what we wanted to see from the top of this rotation. Kenny Norris now replaces him. We'll turn in the flame-throwing lefty here in the 7th. I'd be happy with 2 batters. Lowe comes in, retires Santander. 98. That's not his best. Ryan Ward taking 99 high. Here's a 1-2 changeup. Sends him back to the dugout. That sounded pretty good. Johnny left center hit well off the scoreboard. His first postseason hit is a well-hit double. the right side, and Johnny now 90 feet away. P.J. Morlando. He sends it up the middle, and Morlando delivers. 3-0 Miami. I had the option there of going with Doug Butcher, but I really do think P.J. Morlando can hold this down. What a catch! Diving play ends the inning, but we get an all-important run as we head to the 8th. And here is Edwin Uceda. If he can get through the first couple quickly, I would love to see like 5 outs from him potentially. I know we only have 6 left, but he's been one of our best options against lefties, and when the lineup turns over, you got a couple there. So we'll see how this 8th inning goes. Oh, wow. Missed call. Should have been strike 3. Brutal miss on a great pitch. And now this at-bat's going on a lot longer than it should have, as Uceda picks up a strikeout. All right, he just doesn't like that corner. You know, who cares if he's throwing amazing cutters here if they're not going to get calls. 2 strikes, sweeper. Here's Holder on the backhand. Perfect throw. 1 strike away. And at this point, I don't think he sees the 9th inning. That was a stretch. But the 1-2 cutter. And Uceda takes care of the 8th. Evan Carter with an 8th inning single. And they just picked him off, trying to extend the lead. Wanted to get him in scoring position to see if we can make it 4-0. But we'll hope that 3 is enough to take a 2-0 advantage. Cole Sands pitched the previous day. He got us the save in Game 1, and now with a 3-run lead, can he do it again and send this series to Cincinnati? Got Luis Campusano and then the 1 and 2 hitters. They'll have to earn another Darrell Ingram trip. And the sinker bounces to P.J. Morlando. 1 gone. We'll put Marcelo Meyer in the game now at second base in case the lefties pull anything there to his side. Strike 1. 3-1. Trying to attack low here to McCarthy. And now a drive is going to be sent to right. On the track, Josh Lowe. He rubs it! And it's the 2nd out. Each team has prevented a homer in this game. But Josh Lowe gloved his chance. What a play. He has 2 of the best defensive plays of the NLDS. Bryce Terang. All that stands between Cincinnati and an 0-2 hole. Strike 1. And strike 2 on the slurve. 1 more. Fly ball, Evan Carter. Home sweet home for the Marlins. They take the first 2, defending home field advantage, and shut down Cincinnati. 2 low-scoring wins, the type of game that concern me. But the pitching has been up to the challenge. Starters have done a good job. Bullpen, very, very strong stuff so far. And the offense, just enough. 5 hits is all we could muster this time around. But with Kyle Harrison pitching as well as he did, it's all it took. And now we try to end this series in Cincinnati. Hunter Green and Jared Jones, if there is a Game 4, will try to extend this series and go back to Miami. But they'll have to win both of these games. In the opposite series, it's still a one-game split between the Nationals and the Dodgers. So let's focus on our business then. We go and face Hunter Green next. We have not put up a lot of offense so far. We'll see if we can turn that script around, although we're facing one of the best pitchers in a very hitter-friendly ballpark. Welcome to Cincinnati, everybody. Game 3 of the NLDS gets underway. Can Shane Baz deliver us a sweep? And can the offense come alive? Because we've only put up a few runs so far. We don't have a lot of players hitting, for an impressive average. 250's as good as it gets right now. But here we are, Hunter Green in Cincinnati. This is what it's all about. That's a lot of room here behind home plate if there are any wild pitches. He pops up Xavier Edwards, and the Reds will quickly get the first out. All right, Hank Holder hitting 143. Does have 2 RBIs and was very close to a grand slam. That catches the corner. Fly ball from Hank Holder. Again, not hit all that hard, and he keeps hitting it to Darrell Ingram. Evan Carter hits one sharply off Terang's glove, and that's going to be a base hit. He's had some infield hits in this series, and we'll take them any way we can. That is just wide of third base from Brent Rooker. And 100, top of the zone. Green ends the first. And Shane Baz will now follow Kyle Harrison's great performance, and his stats this season regressed. Last year was a much stronger all-around season for Baz. The ERA was 1.4 fewer, 0.15 fewer whip. Looks like we've just seen more walks and hits this year. Strikeouts and homers are about the same. That's a really good changeup as we get ahead of Jake McCarthy. And he strikes him out looking on a backdoor slider. Johnny Greaves spears a Bryce Terang line drive. And here's my stat of the day for you. It's a basic one, but sometimes a basic stat can tell you the story. Darrell Ingram came to the plate 3 times in Game 2. That's it as the 3-hitter. That ain't going to be enough offense if he sees the batter's box 3 times. Ingram takes a called strike 3 on the changeup. Taking care of Norby quickly. Strikeouts keep coming. That's a walk worked out by Josh Lowe. Johnny Greaves down 0-2 now, and Lowe takes off as we got to spoil the slider, which has been on point so far. He's going again. Strike 3 and a stolen base. Logan O'Hoppe is the only starter without a hit 2 games into the postseason. Now would be a pretty good time to join the party. Gets on top of this one, and from short, the inning comes to an end. Pitching to Santander, inside fastball, another strikeout. Now falling behind Ryan Ward. Took the Reds a while to get going in Game 2 and never put a run on the board. Here's a 3-2 slider lifted and hit well to right. And just enough as Lowe finds it at the last moment. That was impressive, but it didn't need to be a tough play. Maybe fight in the sun a little bit. That's going to be sent foul, and another good count. Baz gets strike 3 on Campusano. That's hit the other way, and P.J. Morlando has extra bases. to lead off the third. It's a double. Just kind of an excuse me swing there. I kind of wish I didn't hit it until I saw it was going down the line. Oh, man, of course. We then ground to third base. I'm in this at-bat thinking I want to pull it. 99, top shelf.
No ball, 2 strikes.
A fastball slider combo has been a difficult one to get used to. That's by the catcher, and a very lucky break. Marlando takes third. That is just a lot of backstop to not have a catcher who can block a little more reliably. Could not hold back. Just outside. Strike 3. Can Evan Carter put us on the board? 2-1 splitter. Evens the count. And we go full with a bouncer over the middle, and Carter delivers the first run. He has not hit the ball all that hard, but he continues to find a way. And Rooker drives one. That's hit very hard, but playable. 107 on a line drive. Man, just a couple more degrees, and it's 3-0. Cam Collier is going to send one out. He gets under it, and Carter is there. 96, another swing and miss. How about this start for Boz? He chased one up and in. Not quite where I wanted it there, but already 5 punch-outs. Just missed another strikeout on that pitch. 3-2 count. Arroyo draws a walk. Reds get a base runner. He's falling behind, and Boz just gets a piece of that curve. 51st pitch. They do make us work, but we've just been winning a lot of these lengthy battles. And Hank Holder takes care of the third. Connor Norby out of the reach, and he sends a single to right field. We're in the fourth. Doing a good job up in the zone with that fastball. Been late on too many of those. Norby's going, and Lowe's going to force him to retreat. Wow, that almost blooped in. Grounded from Johnny Grieve. 5-4-3. Here is Darrell Ingram. Offense been pretty quiet for Cincinnati, and that was a good pitch to hit. Chasing one there. He's only hit 133 here in October. Not very competitive there. Here's some high heat, and it's in there for strike 3. Some shocking pitches he's taken here in this series. Good start there with the slider on Santander. And Carter has this one measured. 4 really strong frames. And really good just all around pitching so far in this series. And again in this start, we're just getting a little bit more. Couple more infield singles thanks to our speed. A couple more hit in just the right spots. So hard to handle his fastball. 97, that's not even the best we've seen. And now a 2-2 count. Xavier Edwards just hits Green, who will try to recover, but Edwards beats it out. Like I said, we're getting more infield single luck. We keep these innings rolling. And here's Holder. Fouled back. Is that one timed a bit better? Still got a ways to go. 1-2, and I gotta know that off speed's coming.
2-2 to count.
Let one go by. Back to the fastball, and he strikes out Holder for 7. The pace we're at in these games is incredible. We're just not seeing a whole lot of production. Ryan Ward 2-2. Fastball hammered. That's going to get the Reds on the board. Second time in this series, he's had a big solo shot. I wanted that inside, not in the zone. We got to be a little more careful against Ryan Ward. 1-1. That's the first hit given up by Shane Baz, by the way. Wow, he went around. We'll see how much longer Baz goes. We're already approaching 80 pitches. And we just haven't had a lot of quick at-bats. Bouncer, Edwards lays out, but it skips off his glove, and Collier's on. Gotta get past the power now of Tolia. He homered in game 1. 76 pitches now from Baz. Blocked by O'Hoppe as the count goes full on Tolia. 3-2 changeup, and that's the shallow left center. Norby over, makes a tumbling catch. And now Edwin Arroyo, the 9-hitter. Baz low on energy, that's close, no call. And the called strike 3. 5 innings of 1-run ball from Shane Baz. This has been winning starting pitching. And now Green's out, and Baz probably as well. Tovar has pitched all 3 games for Cincinnati. Norby up the middle. Grounded all the way to center field. A 2-out single. I'd say Josh Lowe has been one of our best players all around so far in this run with his defense. And then he's slugging 400. We're not seeing a lot of extra bases. Oh boy, that's well struck foul. Oh man, just a bad, ugly chase on a high fastball. And here comes Kenny Norris out of our bullpen. He's retired 5 batters so far, and he'll face a couple lefties and Darrell Ingram in this inning. So, starting pitching so far hasn't been a problem. McCarthy, 1-2 screwball. Kenny Norris, man, this guy's incredible. Let's break out that curveball now. Strike 2. Wild swing there from Terang. And he squares it up. Left on left single. Here is Darrell Ingram, his 3rd trip today. He's 0 for 2. Screwball finds the inside corner. Oh boy, fastball paints the outside corner. Curveball grounded. Greaves starts it. That is a double play. Good inning for Kenny Norris. And we get something now from Logan O'Hoppe. Still hitless. Top of the 7th. And now he's on the board with a base hit off Will Vest. This is not a spot where I'm going to run for him. He does have good speed, just not Drew Jones caliber speed. But here in a close game, I'm still going to prioritize keeping our better defensive catcher out there. Morlando hooks one. That's to right. Extra bases. O'Hoppe to 3rd. And we'll have 2nd and 3rd with 1 gone. Another big hit from P.J. Morlando. This guy just produces up and down from the big league roster to AAA. But the entire time, man, he's been good enough to stick. And now can we get a run on the board? Take this lead again. Xavier Edwards.
Ball 1.
Fly ball center field. And we are going to tag on this. So Hoppy sprinting home, cut off, and the run scores. Marlins lead again. And now the 0 for 3 Hank Holder, who has a couple strikeouts on the day. His on base is lower than his average. And unfortunately, it just continues to fall. And here is George Soriano. I think he's pitched pretty well in the outings I've had with him recently. 0-2, Santander takes high. Oh, no call. That time it gets it though. Strike 4. And just try to keep fastballs away from Ryan Ward. He's been the Reds' best player in this postseason, it looks like. He has 4 homers, 2 against us. I do not want this in the zone. 1-2, high fastball, a bit too high. Good changeup, he strikes him out. Jammed him. George Soriano, man, I think like Connor Norby, he's also come very far. He was a player I didn't really trust in these critical spots, but he had so much team control, the ratings were good, there was never any reason to like trade him. I assumed eventually I would, but he's played really well the last couple of years. We're going to see Josh Hader here in the 8th. Evan Carter leads things off, he's batting .364. All singles so far, and he hasn't drawn a walk yet. And he takes care of him. That's an untouchable slider. But now we got some right-handed platoon advantage chances. Here is Brent Rooker, and it's a 3-0 count. Got Norby after him. We'll see what I end up doing with Josh Lowe if he hits this inning. That is a wild ball 4. So Rooker's on here in a 1-run game. And this is a tempting spot to run. And I think I'm going to go for it. We're going to put in Drew Jones right now. And what's nice is I know that if I end up in a spot where Jones has to hit again, I can hit Butcher. Norby bounces. It's knocked down. 1 there. Fielder's choice. But what this keeps me from doing now is I'm not going to move Jones out to right field because then I lose my DH. But it also means that here I'm going to have Josh Lowe hit. And that might bloop in. It does, in fact. On to third is Norby, and now thrown away. Got to get back, got to get back. We're good. First and third. An insurance run would be huge, and it's Johnny Grieve. It doesn't feel like we have 9 hits, does it? 2 runs, Miami trying to get a third. High fastballs have just been so difficult today.
2 straight.
What's Josh Hader's pitch going to be here? We going slider, buried in. Nope, another fastball. That's the slider I was waiting for, and that might have been even too early. Big 3-2 pitch. It's high, loading the bases for Logan O'Hoppe. The Reds will leave Hader to clean up his mess. First pitch bounce, diving play, and out at first. Man. Swung at too many, like, first and second pitches in this inning. I got away with it a couple times. That was a bad spot, though. We head into the 8th inning. We're going to go with Edwin Uceda. He's been more effective than Jose Soriano this year. Jose Soriano, Jose Hernandez. I don't know, maybe Jose Soriano, too. I haven't seen his numbers. Collier hits one foul. So, trusting him as the 8th inning guy. hoping to give Cole Sands a third opportunity. Popped up. A lot of space over here. And Grieve makes the catch. Grounded weakly. Here's Hank Holder with a strike, retiring Tolia. Uceta just pumping strikes. That's been every outing lately. 0-1 on Arroyo, who's also flashed some good defense in this series. He's down in the count. Base hits on an 0-2 pitch. And they turn the lineup over now. It's Jake McCarthy, Terang to follow. That's a ball. Well-located fastball. We're ahead of McCarthy. It was the sweeper that got hit for the base hit. Here's a cutter, left center. Norby has to cut it off and misses. On to third. They're going to go home with it. That's a mess. Yeah, at first I thought Norby was going to make the play. It gets by him. McCarthy ends up with an RBI double. And then mistakenly threw it to third base instead. Well, one lands in the right spot now for Cincinnati, and they get a run off Uceta. And the game is tied as we head to the ninth. The Reds still have hope. Tanner Scott, we see their closer finally. 40 of 49 this year. His walk rate very close to his strikeout rate. These numbers are not great, but he's still converted the majority of his opportunities. P.J. Morlando is not getting taken out of the game. Inside. So, should we get a couple on here, we could see Doug Butcher hit in the ninth. Or maybe we're trying to force 10. We'll see. Morlando the other way. A third hit. The young kid just keeps delivering. They're going wild in Morlando, Florida right now. Here is Xavier Edwards. 222 average. He puts one in the air to left and not having to move out there. The catch is made. A 1 for 11 Hank Holder. Oh boy. Just a slider I can't lay off. 0-2 on Hank Holder. Right off the change. He struck him out on a low changeup, leaving the inning up to Evan Carter. Doug Butcher would be next. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. And that means we're trying to force extras while Darryl Ingram looks to get the Reds their first win of the series. Bottom of the ninth. Edwin Uceta is going to get lifted here. We're going to go with the lefty. Even though Jose Hernandez has not been a great left-on-left pitcher, he'll have a chance against Ward if the game goes that far. But we're going to switch it up here. Darryl Ingram versus Jose Hernandez. Game 3 on the line.
That's a ball.
Reds fans all on their feet looking for their superstar here to deliver. Good changeup. Johnny Grieve on the grass is there. One down. Ooh. 2 strikes, Anthony Santander. Go outside, fastball. Can we keep it a little closer, maybe? Strike 3 swinging, 2 down. And now Ryan Ward. Keep in mind, if this does go to the 10th inning, there is no extra inning runner. Goes back to the old rules, and Ward slashes a single into left field. Representing the winning run, Ward is on for Luis Campusano. Got the call that time. Hasn't happened a lot this series. Lifted. Carter underneath it. 9 ain't enough. Let's play on. Here is Doug Butcher into the game with Tanner Scott staying in. 3-1. And he has good speed if we can find a way to put him aboard. Big pitch. And Scott misses. Butcher is on. And the Reds still aren't making a change. They've used their best relievers. Scott's their closer, but this is asking a lot. We'll take a fastball here with Norby. 97 steal from Butcher. Oh, that was an ugly swing. I like stealing often here in 0-2 counts. And here we go. Outside, Butcher slides in head first. He's there. And Norby still has a chance to try and advance him. Fly ball center field. And Butcher will bluff. Nearly hitting Josh Lowe. And Scott's thrown 26. Surprised we're not seeing them bring a righty out, but I guess with these matchups, maybe they're waiting for one more batter. Oh, centered and everything. Is that too late? Yeah, I've been late on fastballs all game. Josh Lowe in the air, center field. That one should be a little more taggable. We are going to move up Butcher here. On his way to third base. A hit puts us ahead. And now a new arm will enter for Cincinnati. Another lefty. They're going back to Williamson. Johnny Grieve. We know what he's done to lefties this year. Oh boy, that's way too high. Johnny, base hit left field. Johnny delivers. 3-2. Got a high one again. This time it's a curveball. And Johnny Grieve, the October sensation, is going to give us a chance to win this in 10. And we hope that this 3-2 lead is enough. We're going to turn things over to our closer, who has closed the first 2 games of the series. He is not at full energy, but this is his role. Cole Sands has entered the game. 42.9 strikeout percentage here in the postseason. Cam Collier and the 7, 8, 9 hitters are due up for Cincinnati. Collier lifts a fly to Norby. He's under. Makes the catch. I think that was going to be just off the corner there. A good pitch. Tolia certainly has the power to tie the game. This is a critical at-bat. Don't want to give him a good elevated fastball. Oh boy, 2-0, grounded right to PJ. Down to their final out on the season, it's Edwin Arroyo. The Reds' season hanging by a thread. Strike one. 0-1, slurve, fouled off. And here we go. Takes the high fastball. Ball 1. Wow, how'd he get a piece of that? That's a filthy slurve. Ground ball, and it's through the right side. And they'll bring up Jake McCarthy. Big hit by Edwin Arroyo. McCarthy is 1 for 4. They're still 2 batters away from Ingram. Flied foul, 2 strikes. Fastball grounded, Holder to second. The Marlins sweep Cincinnati. And we get it done. We score 3 runs in all 3 games, and it's enough. Some timely hitting. We move runners over, play some small ball. And the pitching, especially the bullpen late, has really been great in this series. We got good starts from Kyle Harrison especially, Shane Baz, and we take care of the Reds in 3 games. What a game, too, for P.J. Morlando. 2 doubles for him. Cole Sands saves all 3, and we are advancing for the 2nd straight year to the National League Championship Series. Will it be the Dodgers, or will it be the Washington Nationals? Let's sim this from their perspective, because right now, looking like a 2-1 LA advantage, and they'd have to be the heavy favorites. I'm thinking Dodgers in 5. Roki Sasaki versus Jackson Ferris. Dodgers win. And that means we will face the Los Angeles Dodgers with a World Series ticket on the line. The vaunted LA Dodgers stand between us. We know the Dodgers are absolutely stacked. They got Roki Sasaki, the winner of the last 4 Cy Youngs. That's incredible. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But I think both teams have questionable starting pitching depth because the drop-off to Knack and Bruns is steep. They have Tyler Glasnow in their bullpen. He's down to 68 overall. Not the same player, but as a bullpen arm, this late career transition has been pretty successful. Brad Keller is a starter convert to reliever. Joan Duran is the closer. Oh boy. 46 saves this year, 10 blown. The Dodgers lineup. Ellie De La Cruz, Jose Ramirez, Kyle Tucker. A lot of big lefties here and 2 switch hitters at the top. Those are really good answers for left-handed pitching. This is a team, keep in mind, that hit more homers than we did this season. LA and Miami left in the National League. Cleveland and Boston left in the American League. The defending champs remain in the hunt. They just took care of Seattle 3-0. And the Dodgers have hit well in the postseason, 291. We've only hit 208. While the Reds hit 249. That includes the wild card series they had won. We have not put up a lot of runs. The offense is going to have to do more against the Dodgers. I don't see us winning games scoring 3 runs. We have 1 home run at the opposite field homer from Connor Norby. But so far, no one's pitched better. A 1.29 ERA in 3 games with a shutout. 18 hits allowed, so 6 a game, and only 4 runs over 3 games. I'm very impressed with our victory here against the Reds, but it's about to get cranked up 10 levels for the Dodgers. We go on the road, by the way, to begin, and got to steal a game against either Sasaki or Yamamoto. That is going to do it for today, everybody. Thank you for watching. We now have 2 postseason series wins, but now seek a ticket to the World Series, and this ain't going to be an easy ride. Leave your thoughts down below. How do we beat the Dodgers? I will see you all next time in the NLCS. Have a great day.